All right, this is Mobile Gamer Nerd, and we are back with another Raid Shadow Legends free to play mystery shard only video. Today we're going to be talking about Borogoth, the Scarab King. He is the bane of everyone's existence, and everyone hates him. We are in normal Doom Tower, so this is not hard mode, so this strategy may not work unless you really build him up really strong. I'll show you what I mean. Now, this fight's annoying, and there's obviously teams that can do this. So you could bring in a bunch of heroes that have shields. You could bring in Metal Shaper. You could bring in Valerie. You can bring in. There's a Poison Guy Grappler who does shields. If you have more advanced heroes, there's that guy who does the shields on everybody. There's Chris. Like there's all kinds of crazy heroes that you could use in here, but we're not going to do any of that. We're going to basically go in here and beat it with one hero. So here we go. We're on the top floor, say. So this is the highest he is right now, 170. And we are going to take most of these guys out. Actually, no, we're going to keep him. I forgot. We want him in there. So what we're going to do is we're going to take these guys out, and we are going to do a strategy called YOLO. And the way this works is you just go in here with a team that's going to die, basically, and you let Jizzo kill the boss. There you go. Start. Now, this only works with a specific build, and it's going to be a build that I will show you at the end. But the fight's going to be a little bit longer. But that's the good news about Jizzo is that he's awesome. The only reason we're really bringing everybody else in here is because they can kill the waves pretty fast, and it doesn't really matter if they die. I actually forgot to bring in the extra person, which is actually fine because I was going to bring in Cleo, and I guess we don't need her. So the quicker everyone else dies, then the better chances of this working. Because if somebody stays alive too long, what ends up happening is Jizzo takes too much damage in the early part, and then he could die. So yeah, we don't want that. So everyone's dead now, and then you just wait, and Jizzo just wins. So yes, this is a cheese in some respects because he's good enough to do this, but I've said this in videos before when I said who to build next, and when I said, hey, you should build Jizzo early and get him done first. This is why, because Scarab King is a hard stop boss. And what I mean by that is it means that you're not going to be able to beat him when you first get to him. Like he is unbeatable essentially when you first get to him because you just don't understand the fight and you're not going to have heroes that can beat it. You could get Outrider and then just out damage the boss. I'm sure that that's possible, but that's only on the first rung. Even then, I feel like you're just going to get provoked to hell and then die. All right, now the reason that this works is because the way Scarab King works is if you don't have a shield up when you attack him, he counters and he attacks everyone with that attack and basically provokes the hell out of everybody and gets them to attack him more. In which case, you're gonna get into a cycle where every hero is going to be attacking him without a shield because they're all provoked, and then he just kills you. Literally every time you hit him without a shield, he's going to use that attack. So yeah, it sucks, and you're gonna get one shot. You're gonna have times where you try this fight and you're going to end up getting him down pretty far. And then all of a sudden, one hero's that's going to not have a shield on and attack at the wrong time. And then he's going to go ape crap and just wipe your whole team. So this is why we're doing it with just Jizzo. Is the fight longer because of it? Yes. But there you go. See, shield is already gone. Jizzo works here because he has all the skills needed to make this fight easy. All right. He has a shield that he puts up. That's the first thing. So he can do his own shields. We have him in a ring, I think, one of the pieces of gear. When he attacks, he actually will put up a shield. So that's kind of nice. It's like a little added bonus. He puts up a counterattack, which means that every other turn when he has it up and he gets attacked, he's going to attack back again and take the shield down even further. Then he also has a continuous heal that he puts up, which will just keep him healing, which is very nice. All right. So he's going to essentially just heal, get a counterattack. Look at this. He's awesome. He's going to heal himself. He's going to counterattack. He's going to put a shield up so he doesn't always get an attack back. See, even that little bit of shield is more than enough. And then if he has that little bit of shield, he's going to attack again and have enough to get that little bit of shield back. And there you go. Jizzo is amazing, by the way. I love Jizzo. And this is honestly how I have beaten Scarab King for a while. Just throw in a bunch of heroes who have low defense and high attack to get through the waves fast, and then just let Jizzo do all the work. Look at that. He is the man of myth. And I figured out that having everyone die quicker is actually faster because if you don't, then you have a chance of failing. See, look at that. Jizzo is the man. 417,000 versus all these guys. And these guys, oh, actually, Cleo wasn't there. She just died. So who cared? I'm like, I thought I forgot her. So there you go. They're all dead. Jizzo is the winner. So how do we do this? How does that work? Why does it work? Let's look at him. Mr. Jizzo. Mr. Jizzo. All right. So we have him in an HP destroy gear. That is the most important thing you can do on this character is put him in HP destroy. Otherwise, this strategy will not work at all. All right. He has to be able to have HP destroy. He does not have it in his kit. So we're basically making him an HP destroy hero. So we put him in the HP destroy set. If you don't have it, go farm it. What you have to do is make sure that you have enough defense where you're not going to die. All right. We'll go over separate stats in a second. So we have him in a crit rate glove because we want him to do more damage and we want him to have high crit. All right. The crit damage, if you have it, you have it. If not, it does not matter. All right. But crit rate has to happen because you want him to be critting all the time because you want him to do as much damage as possible. If you can get that crit damage up, then this fight will go much quicker. All right. We have him in a defense chest. He needs defense. He's a defense hero. See, look, defense right there. Skills. All right. Let's look at him. Say, like I said, one time he attacks one enemy 2 times. He's got the places a shield buff for 3 turns and a counterattack buff for 2 turns on one ally. Grants an extra turn. The value of the shield is proportional to this champion's defense, so you want his defense really high, and then there you go. He has a provoke and a continuous heal. I figured I would show you because it's important, but that's why we have him in defense stuff. All of his skills are based on defense. He has a speed boot. Mine has a 4-star speed boot. If you get him up faster, look at him. He's at 64 speed, 64 plus speed, trash speed, complete trash speed, and he still does the job. I have not rebuilt him. I think I threw on maybe one other extra piece that I found. I have not rebuilt him since we basically did this. So he has been good through the whole thing. So he is easily made better and he's easily made to do this in possibly even higher rounds. I would assume it's going to be a lot harder and he might die. So I don't know how that's going to work in hard mode dungeons, but we'll find out. We have him in a HP ring, and that's because it gives him the shield. That's the only reason we have it on him. And you want his HP to be a little bit high, so just in case you get a little bit low, you can kind of get it back down. Also, because he has a continuous heal, so you want his HP to be at least high enough where that continuous heal is going to do something. If he's all defense and he has 18,000 health, he's not going to heal back that much, and he's just going to die. All right, next one, we have defense on his amulet, and we have him in resistance on his banner. This is also the second thing that is very important. You do not want him getting provoked and hit with all the debuffs as much as possible. All right. So the higher the resist you have, the less chance of him getting provoked and having it become a problem. More than likely, even if your resist is a little low, this should still work. But if he's provoked, he's not going to put up his counterattack. He's not going to put up his shield. He's not going to do his heal. So there's things that will cause him to die. So yes, you do want his resistance to be as high as you can humanly get it. Or lizardly. I don't know. However you want to run with that. So that's the main thing. So let's look at his stats. Total stats, he's got 37,000 HP. He's got 1,400 attack. He's got 3,687 defense. All these stats are easily made better. His speed is 158. Complete trash. All right, and he still did it. If you had him at like 200, 220, this guy's going to take that boss down in no time. Literally no time. He's just going to kill him. Remember, the more speed you have, the more shields you're going to put up, the more counterattacks you're going to put up, the more you're just going to constantly keep moving. And honestly, then he'll just never die. So I would probably get his speed up a lot higher, which I'm probably going to look into now because I want to make him go faster. Crit rate 91. Crit damage is 117. Resistance is at 240. You could easily get this somewhere in that 300 range, and I think that would probably be almost perfect. But as you saw, he didn't really get hit with too much in that fight. So even 246 is good enough for normal. Accuracy, 180. The only reason you need accuracy on him if you ever want it, and the reason I have 180 on him right now is because his provoke is somewhat useful in other areas. Is it necessary? No. Honestly, if I could take all of my accuracy and put it into his resist and make him have 400 resist, I would choose that in a heartbeat over him having accuracy because he doesn't need it for this fight. And this is really where he is used for me specifically. All right. So that's just me. If you need him for provokes, which I do not because I have like Visix, I have other heroes that can provoke just as good as him, then I don't really need that accuracy. But that's just me. Remember, I'm just me. All right. But that's his build. Masteries, if you want to see real quick, that's his masteries. We have him all the way down to War Master, so he does more damage, and we have him in some counterattack stuff. Some reducing damage from a specific enemy is very useful in this because it basically makes him take less damage. He has a 50% chance of increasing the turn meter when an ally is attacked with a critical hit. So in the beginning, it's great. Otherwise, it doesn't really help you. He has a 50% chance to counterattack when this champion loses 25% of his max HP from a single hit. Doesn't happen too often there, but I feel like at higher levels, that might be something that happens. So yeah, it would be very good to have it. He does have a decreased damage from AoE attack, which is essentially what that attack is, so that's good. And, increased amount of healing and value of shields, very important. Make sure his shield's higher and he's healing more. And you could put him in a bunch of other stuff. Who knows? We have him in the healing when he attacks with 50% HP or less, so that helps him get out of the hole if he ends up being down in that hole. So, yeah, good stuff there. All right, so there you go. That is Borogoth, the Scarab King. It's funny how one hero can just make a fight basically null and void. And I know there's other heroes that could possibly do this. Like I said, Metal Shaper is one of those heroes that could help you in this. There's a few other heroes that could possibly do something like this, but Jizzo literally just has the perfect kit to take down Scarab King all by himself. And this is how I beat him every single week. I literally just do what you just saw. It takes me, what was it, 3 minutes there you just saw? 3, 4 minutes. And that boss is toast. All right. So if you guys have any questions, anything you want to talk about, just let me know. Building Jizzo is one of the best things you can do for your account to get you through Doom Tower. Just do it. It saves you the trouble of having to build a bunch of other heroes. All right. But yeah, leave your comments. Let me know if you have any questions, things you want to know about this fight. If you guys have any other strategies that you use, I'm sure there's other ways to do this. This is just the easiest way for me, and it required literally only building one hero to do it. And as always, like, share, subscribe. Make sure you tell everyone about this channel. We're trying to grow it as fast as possible. And go watch my podcast. All right, I'm going to start throwing that in the videos because yeah, it's just me babbling, but you know what? It's my heart and soul, and eventually I like to get some other people on there. So yeah, if you have anything you want to talk about, let me know. All right, so this is Borogoth, the Scarab King. This is Jizzo. This is Mobile Gamer Nerd, and you guys take care.